Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. So today I'm going to show you an application called React Native React Native Currency Exchange app. This is the application. You can find it on my GitHub profile. React Native Currency Exchange app. This is the application. So basically, the application is supposed to be related to currency exchange. So how to convert, for example, United States dollar to Egyptian pounds and what are the values. So this chart is supposed to be about the prices, but unfortunately there was a limitation that I have found. It was a task. I was applying for a job. This was the task. So the limitations that I have faced is that this chart is an empty chart. Yeah, this chart is just an empty chart. I have made it an empty chart and it's supposed to be the main feature, I know, but the problem is that and I'm supposed to be rendering historical data of prices, but the problem is that I couldn't find any free API that gives me historical prices. They are not for free, they are very expensive. So I couldn't find anything that gives me historical prices. They are very expensive, and I am an individual, I'm not a company. So I'm just doing this task while I was applying for a job. So for example, let's look at these examples. Basic, the free one, as we can see here, no historical data. So there is no historical data, as we can see here. Let me zoom in a little bit. No historical data. Now let me zoom in a little bit here also. This website, coinapi.io, so this is coinmarketcap.com API. This is coinapi.io, 100 daily requests, which is not enough for development. I can't develop with 100 daily requests. And here, the free tier is also 100 API calls. I don't know how 100 API calls per day or 100 API calls of what, but it's just 100 API calls are not sufficient for development. I'm gonna need too much API calls while I'm developing. So as we can see here, now let's get back to the app. Let's get over this. I couldn't get data. This chart is just random numbers. So for displaying this chart, I used the React Native chart kit. React Native chart kit. React Native chart kit. So this is packages I have used for displaying the information, for displaying this chart. And as we can see here, there are 4 buttons. This is the first button, the second button, third button, and fourth button. So the first button enables us to choose the currency from. It's supposed to be doing this. So we got here euro, we got here United States dollar, and the second one is the to currency, which is, for example, euro or Egyptian pound. And I would like to also, we got the switch. So from Egyptian pound to United States dollar, this button switches the currencies. These are random information again. This button switches the currencies, and there is also another small feature, which is if we choose here this, if it was equal to that, then it will switch. So United States dollar on this side, the other side is Egyptian pound. So let's choose Egyptian pound. It switches. This switches. Also here, United States dollar. If you choose Egyptian pound, it switches. So this switch current and switch, and this is 1 month, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. These are the durations. So this is the application that I have created. It has taken me like 1 day and a half. It has taken me 1 day and a half. So I have displayed you the app, I have displayed you the limitation. Now let's talk about other features that, for this application, I have used Omar Sync's React Native template, which is a template that I have created. It provides me too many features. Also, this is a technology used. I have used the React Native template. So my React Native template is called Omar Sync's React Native template. So we got too many features. We got the theming feature. So let's take a look at the dark theme. We have seen the application in light theme. Let's take a look at it at the dark theme. This switches the currencies. and this is duration. So we got light theme, we got dark theme. My React Native template helped me a little bit to bootstrap the code. I have created this template to save time for anyone who wants to build a React Native application faster. And these are the components. This is the home screen. This menu displays the components. These are the components, some components. And these are the components that I have used for this application. This is a bottom model. And this is the radio button choices. Sorry, the dark theme is not totally working here probably. And this is the radio button options. This is the radio button options, which is the button that we click on here. This is called it's not, it should be, it has another name. It has another name. It's called switch action button. Sure. Switch action button. So yeah, switch action button. That's it. That's the button. These are the components that I have used, and also another feature that I have used other than theming, and I have used the language support. So we got English, Deutsch. Deutsch is German or Arabic. So we got here Deutsch. The application runs in Deutsch. Euro, US dollar, Euro, Egyptisches Pfund. So if we choose Egyptisches Pfund and Euro, USD, Euro, Egyptisches Pfund, it switches. And then here eines Tag, eines Woche, eines Monat, 3 Monate, eines Jahr, 5 Jahre. So these are the durations: 1 day, 1 month, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 5 years. So these are the duration, and everything in the app transforms into the German language. So instead of components, this is I'm displaying the features of the Omar Thinks React Native template and how this affected the application. And let's check out the Arabic language, the application, how it runs in the Arabic language. The application, it runs in the Arabic language. So we have here dollar Americi or Euro or Egyptian pound. So and here we switch the currency, and here we choose the duration: 1 day, 1 week, 1 day, 3 months, 1 year, or 5 years. Another feature is NativeWind. So let's talk about NativeWind a little bit. So yeah, sure. So basically what we have here is that, as we can see here, text has class name font bold. So this is actually NativeWind is just NativeWind is just the same as Tailwind CSS, but it's for React Native. So we got here font bold, and we got here text 25 pixels, and so basically we are using NativeWind for this application, and also I'm using async storage. Async storage is so for example, let's say here I am saving the application on dark theme and the Arabic language, as we can see here. So if we turn the application off and we turn it on, this data will persist. It was dark theme and Arabic language, dark theme and Arabic language. We are storing the most important variables, and these most important variables run on every time we run the application from start. And let's turn this into light theme and light theme. So this is the light theme, Arabic language. Now let's change the language to English. Every time we change the application from RTL to LTR, the application must restart from right to left. So for example, this is left to right, left to right. English is written left to right, home. As you can see here, the first letter is on the left, then we move right in this direction. So some languages are LTR and other languages are RTL. So LTR like English and German, RTL like Arabic. So let's look here at languages. If we switch to German, the application doesn't have to restart, But in React Native, if we switch from RTL to LTR, the application must restart in order for everything to take effect. So this is a feature, and of course async storage is working. So if we pick up here Deutsch and we close the application and reopen it, you will remember that the last thing we had was Deutsch, and we'll run on Deutsch German. So the technology is used for this application. Sure, the technology is used. These are the screenshots. You can find it on my GitHub profile. React Native CLI, React Native Paper, Redux, NativeWind, React Native Chart Kit, TypeScript, Module Resolver. Haven't I displayed Module Resolver? Module Resolver is doing this. So add components is just the index of the components. Add components is just the index of the component. So this is the add components. So the add components exports all these things. So this is add components. So we import stuff from the add components. Here is the components folder, index.tsx. We import some things from the components folder. And also add hook. We import some things from the add hook. So these are the exported tsconfig, yeah. The add components, add hook, add redux, add screens, add storage, add theme. So this is module resolver. And the last thing I have used is React I18 Next, which means supporting languages. So as we can see here in the English language, we got these texts. So screen.home is home, components1 is components1, but in the German language, components1 is called Komponenten1. So here, this is German, Komponenten1. As we can see here, Komponenten1, Komponenten2, and Sprache here, Start Build Shell. So this was used, React I18 Next, used for languages. And all of this was due to the help of the React Native templates that I have created. Omar thinks React Native template. I should use that in the technologies used. I should add it to the technologies used. So number 10 is Omar thinks React Native template. Yeah. So that was it for tech used. So that was it. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, it should be here. Okay, so Omar thinks React Native template in the technologies used. So that was it for today. I hope you have enjoyed my displaying of the application, and of course I have to apologize for not submitting the task 100% full due to this limitation. I couldn't find a free API that provides, as we can see here, the prices, and I'm not cherry picking the prices. This is what I have found. I found other things, but also they are not free. So this is what I have found. I'm not cherry picking the prices. So thanks a lot, and I will see you later. Goodbye.